Peace. What's happening? What's happening? Like that there. I believe a little tune is only right. Sing it. Not a commercial. Peace, 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 peace. We'll get to it in a second. Was working late last night. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm not talking boulevard. Oh no no. Oh no no no. I was born on Earth, but I'm not from here. I am from the stars. I'm not talking boulevard. Oh no no. We was born with our creator. And we fell. Oh my. Oh my. Oh yes we fell. Oh my. Oh my. Oh yes we fell. Oh we fell. Listen up. And all is mine, all is mine, all is mine. Hey, you see, we can make our heaven. You know why? We made our hell. Just look around. Can't you tell? Okay, be careful what you think, and be careful how you move, and be careful what you say. You know why? These words are spells. Yeah, they cast spells. But listen well. You see, we are not the body, and we are not the flesh. It's life after death, and this thing right here is just a test. To reconnect, the holy breath. Okay, I said I was born on earth, but I'm not from it. Yeah, I am from the stars, I'm not talking boulevard. Oh no no, I keep telling you I'm not from here. You see, I was born on earth, but I'm not from it. Yeah, I am from the stars, I'm not talking boulevard. Oh no no, I am from the sky, the sun of most high. Hey, son of most high, I'm God. Praise Allah. Come on. Hey, a second. Man, that always puts me in a good mood. Peace, 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 peace. Let me drop a link in here. 1 second. I hope you're doing well today. I am Rami Salam Mel. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. What am I talking about today? Well, if you've been paying attention, you may know what's going on. But just to summarize real quickly, I've been speaking about the Supreme Grand Council for quite some time now. And a couple of videos ago, I came up with an idea for a solution, so how we can move forward, to send this letter out to all the temples, asking for us to work together. Got to writing a letter. Yesterday, went with my little one to pick up, printed out some copies. I was up to about 2, writing out all the addresses. I still got about 12 more. We're going to get those done. But what I wanted to do, and I'm going to send them out tomorrow, but what I wanted to do is also to read the letter, just to be as transparent as possible so that everyone knows what's going on, so we're all aware. And I actually had somebody comment or message to me. Man, I wish I knew verbatim, but the gist of it was basically, that they liked the idea of what I was doing, but I shouldn't have told anybody until after I sent out the letters. Kept it kind of hidden, or just not revealed the idea. I don't want to go about it that way. It's too much of that. It's too much of oh yeah, you can talk to this person behind the scenes, and you call this person, and they'll let you know, but you can't let anybody else. Nah, let's be public. Let's be out front. Let's be transparent because this is for everybody. And so everybody needs to be included. Everybody needs to be aware of what's going on. Peace, peace. I appreciate you, the people that's tapped in. Um, and before I read the letter, just real quickly to read what the Supreme Grand Council, if you aren't aware. Well, actually, yeah, I have it in the letter. Duh. So let me just read the letter. Peace. I hope this letter finds you all in good health and a great mood. I am Rami Abdullah Salam El, a Moorish American and a humble servant of Allah. Before going any further, I'm going to share a few words from Noble Ali to help guide this letter and our actions moving forward. And this is a quote from Noble Ali. For all governors, grand sheiks, and head officials of all temples, renew your acts and amend your ways because the great conference is on its way, and in it is where the law will be enforced before the great grand body. The continuance of the present officers in the temple will depend upon your past good work. Those who have been delinquent may now know that they will not be tolerated any longer, because this great divine and national movement must move on according to law. These things shall be proclaimed. There is no favorite in any of the temples, for the law is laid down, and everyone who claims a part of the work must be governed accordingly. All are one. There's but one temple in this nation, and there's but one prophet of the temples. And that's from a warning from the prophet Noble Ali. And then I continue. I'm grateful to any and everyone that has taken part in the great missionary work of helping uplift fallen humanity. Whether we know each other or not, I want you to know that your efforts are appreciated, no matter how big or small. Thank you. That being said, let us now address a serious issue with our movement. Respectfully and with love, it is clear that we all are in violation. Our leadership, Grand Sheiks, officers, etc. of the Moorish Science Temple of America, have not been following the laws and taking care of the duties and responsibilities that they are tasked with. Furthermore, regular members of the Moorish Science Temple of America have not been representing justice by holding our sisters and brothers in those positions accountable and making sure that they are fulfilling their duties. So as it stands, again, I say, there you go. Let me just wait for it to kick back in. There you go. I just finished that last sentence again. Furthermore, regular members of the Moorish Science Temple of America have not been representing justice by holding our sisters and brothers in those positions accountable and making sure they are fulfilling their duties. So as it stands, again, I say we are all in violation. I recognize that this is a very serious claim to make, so please allow me to build on this with facts and evidence. There are different aspects of our movement that we can look to and see errors and violations being made, but the part I would like to focus on is in this letter is the Supreme Grand Council. Why? Because I believe it is the root cause for many other issues we are having within our movement. The Supreme Grand Council is an integral governing and administrative component of the Moorish Science Temple of America. The Supreme Grand Council was created by Noble Ali and assigned the following duties and responsibilities: to control and supervise all the affairs of the Moorish Science Temple of America, to control and supervise all the properties of the Moorish Science Temple of America, to be the sole judge of what constitutes conduct injurious to the order, peace, interest, and welfare of the Moorish Science Temple of America, to be the sole judge of what constitutes conduct at variance with the Constitution, bylaws, rules, and regulations made of the Moorish Science Temple of America, and to be the sole judge of the sufficiency of the evidence by which conduct is shown. I personally have been researching and speaking on the Supreme Grand Council for the past 6 years. As of today, March 3rd, 2021, we do not have an active and functioning Supreme Grand Council. This is unacceptable as Noble Drew Ali made it clear that we were and are to have a Supreme Grand Council, simple and plain. Us not following the laws laid down by Drew Ali has resulted in so much confusion, division, and ultimately stagnation with the Moorish Science Temple of America. At this very moment, there is confusion and contention between Moors about which Moorish temples and Moorish leaders are the true official or valid temples and leaders. In addition to that, we have had very little progress in establishing our own Moorish schools, businesses, and communities. We don't even have a clear-cut and established process for our people to properly proclaim our nationality. This is unacceptable, Moors. But this letter is not about trying to place blame on Moors, nor is it trying to point out every single thing wrong with our movement. This is about correcting our mistakes and getting us back on track and helping to uplift fallen humanity. And what is the best way for us as a collective to do this? In my humble opinion, the best way is to follow the laws and teachings of Noble Drew Ali. I have faith that when we reestablish the Supreme Grand Council, we will have addressed the root problem with our movement. And when that problem is addressed, I feel any other issues in our movement will consequently be worked out. And that is why I'm writing you today. I am proposing 3 main steps to resolving the Supreme Grand Council issue. Step 1, all grand sheikhs, sheikesses of heads of temples to begin teaching and informing themselves and all of the members in the branch temples about the Supreme Grand Council. Make sure that everyone in all of our temples are fully aware of the Supreme Grand Council's duties and purpose in the Moorish Science Temple of America. Step 2, once all members of the branch temples are informed about the Supreme Grand Council, have members in each temple write out and submit any and all questions or concerns about the Supreme Grand Council to the Grand Sheikh or head of their branch temple. From there, the Grand Sheikh or the head of the branch temple will organize all the questions and bring them to the Moorish Science Temple of America National Convention. Step 3, at the Moorish Science Temple of America National Convention, in accordance with the process that Noble Drew Ali outlined, have 7 people appointed to sit on the Supreme Grand Council that is confirmed and agreed upon by the Grand Body. Once we have reestablished the Supreme Grand Council, have the Grand Sheikhs or the heads of the branch temples submit all the questions that were collected from the members to the Supreme Grand Council in order for them to answer and make official rulings if need be. Very important that all questions and concerns be responded to ensure that all members have their voices acknowledged and respected. I have faith that if we lead with love and follow the laws and teachings of Noble Drew Ali, we can resolve the Supreme Grand Council issue as a collective and move forward with our mission to uplift fallen humanity. I would like to know if you are willing to take part in this. Are you willing to inform your temple members of the Supreme Grand Council, have discussions and take in any questions, and then come to the National Convention and cooperate with other Moorish Americans to reestablish the Supreme Grand Council and answer those questions? Please respond to this letter and let us know if you are willing to work together and solve this issue, or if you are unwilling to do so. I pray that you are willing to unify, but please let us know one way or another. Thank you for your time. Peace. So, that is the letter in its entirety. And I collected, just so I'm clear, right now I have 60 addresses, and I think 4 of them are study groups, but the other 56 are temple addresses that I found online. That's what I wanted to say. Dang, I don't remember. God willing, I'm gonna send these out tomorrow. So if you are at a temple and you don't receive a letter, let's say by next Wednesday, because it should only take, even on the weekend, it probably take a couple of days to get there. If your temple doesn't receive one, please, reach out, shoot me a comment in this video or email iamhhtemple@gmail.com. Just shoot me a comment, let me know, shoot me an email, let me know with the address, and I'll send a letter to you, no problem. Cam, sit down, man. In the room, man. In the room, Cam. Okay. Thank you, man.
Oh yeah, good job. I can hear it.
Thank you, man. My fault, y'all. If you don't get a letter from me, your temple doesn't get a letter, please reach out to me. I'll definitely send you one because I want to make sure every temple gets this letter. I'm also going to put a copy of this in some sort of link below, in the comment section or in the about information section, so that you could read it online for yourself and see it for yourself. Um, any questions? Did anybody have any questions about the letter, about the Supreme Grand Council? And again, when I was talking about the duties and responsibilities to control and supervise the affairs and properties, the sole judge, etc., those things, that was all said and laid down by Noble Drew Ali when he was still alive back in 1928, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and I dropped that link in there. I'll drop it again. There we go. That pinned message, you can go to there and read the Moorish literature. That's where the warning from the Prophet is at, as well as information about the Supreme Grand Council. And more information is just very important to understanding what the Moorish Science Temple is about, what this movement is about. And just for myself to, explain in my own words again, I truly, after, researching and reflecting on the Supreme Grand Council issue for the past 4, 5, 6 years now, and asking Moors and Moorish Americans and Grand Sheiks and people that's been in this movement for 10, 15 years, asking them about it and seeing the responses, I'm like, it made me do more studying and focus in. And I truly feel when we correct this issue, everything else will start moving accordingly. Because this is a important governing and just administrative piece to this whole movement, this whole organization. And that not working, I can understand why everything else is just stagnant, why it's so much confusion. And again, I urge you, which I was taught by Noble Drew Ali, man knows not by being told. Don't believe what I'm saying. I humbly encourage you to look it up for yourself. And then ask, your Grand Sheiks about it. Ask the Moorish teachers about this Supreme Grand Council. Or just sit back and reflect on who's teaching about it. Why aren't they teaching about it? Why is this not the focus? Where are the people at? And if you were listening to the letter, I did my best to emphasize we and us, because it's going to take a collective. It's going to take everybody. It's not just point the blame and the finger at the Grand Sheiks. It's everybody is involved in this. We all have to hold ourselves and each other accountable. That's how this thing really works. That's how we truly start uplifting ourselves. There are no favors in any of the temples. You know what I mean? Now, my words, Noble Drew Ali said that. You know what I mean? All right. Well, was there any other questions? What is the Bible based on? Oh, man.
Daddy, I have a question. How many temples are there?
I'm not sure. Cam.
What? How many, do you know?
A few, man.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good to know.
Thank you, man. Cam, sit down in the room, champ.
Wait, bye, guys.
I apologize, bro. yeah, so gonna send out the letters. I don't see any questions. I I humbly encourage everyone that's watching this message to get involved with fixing the Supreme Grand Council, um, asking the Moorish teachers, the Moorish leaders, the Moorish officials, the grand governors you may know, the head of a temple that you may know, the divine minister. Um, and if they are unwilling to address this issue, I think that speaks to their character and what they're really about. Maybe they want division, maybe they want confusion, they want stagnation. This is a reality that, you know, we have to realize. That's why I really love the timing of Judas and the Black Messiah. You know what I mean? To understand that it's people that look like you that may be amongst you slowing up the process of things. It's unfortunate. I wish it wasn't the case, but it is a reality. That's why you got to judge a person by the content of the character. Ooh, not the color they got. Goodness gracious, man. All right, I'm good with that. Um, Come on, Cam. Slow down, man. Slow down. Slow down.
I wasn't just standing there listening on this
I know.
conversation.
Yeah, I know you
I wasn't just standing
I know
there.
you wasn't just.
I wasn't just standing there. How did you see me?
Yeah.
How did you see
What
me?
else you got to say, champ? Before we close up out of here.
I'm a champ. You're a champ. Stay a champ. Listen to anybody. There's, well, people that are in charge of you. But still, stay a champ. You're all champs, and you're not. Okay, I don't know about any of that stuff. I'm not listening that much. So, stay a champ. Love, peace. Wait, no, love, truth.
Peace, freedom,
They can have
and
your
justice.
No, I'm supposed to do it. Where is your AirPod case?
Don't worry about it. I actually got to answer this question, but thank you, Cam.
This guy's named Rami. Lil Rami. I'm Kami. Can you call me?
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Let me answer this question before I get up out of here. If they do not comply, then what is next, brethren? I appreciate that question. I don't know. That's not really necessarily up to me to decide. I think I would like to say that everyone is going to be willing to cooperate. And, I have some ideas or suggestions, but I'm not an authority to say, well, this is what we doing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have the answer like that, or I don't have the power like that. Yeah. But for now, the next step is sending out the letters. So I'm gonna get to finishing these envelopes and get to the post office tomorrow, and we'll see. We'll see what happens next week. I think it'll be. I have faith that things will be moving forward. Yeah, let me put that out there. Yeah. Oh, word. Many have tried for a while to get this meeting to happen. Glad I looked at the thing. Well, I don't know the many that have tried, and that's also why I said let me do this publicly, so that people can be aware. And maybe this letter it's not like, yeah, we're gonna listen to this dude Rami that came out of nowhere where he talked. Maybe it doesn't, but hopefully, my hope and my prayer is that even if it doesn't, that somebody hears this down the line or reads this letter and is like, all right, we somebody got to address this, and at some point we get fed up enough with all the division and the confusion and the chaos, and the suffering, because that's really what's behind it. The more that we are on the path that we're supposed to be on, the more we suffer, and really humanity is suffering. So hopefully at some point we'll have had enough, and we'll listen to the messenger that our creator sent. You know what I mean? But I gotta go. So thank you for joining. I look forward to hearing from you. My email, iamhhtemple@gmail.com. iam iamhhtemple@gmail.com. Thank you. Peace.